and to support the petition by the Honorable Sane on matters asbestos, Honorable Speaker. Asbestos inhalation has been known to cause asbestosis, lung cancer, and many even when you swallow it, it is able to cause even colonic cancer. So, Madam Honorable Speaker, we find that many of the buildings which were put up, I think some of them even during colonial times, when you go to estates in many towns which were run by the initial municipal councils, the houses are made up of asbestos. You go to schools, asbestos. You go to hospitals or dispensaries or health centers, asbestos. I think the biggest challenge as the committee looks into it is that you need to look at it from a general point of view of whether there are still buildings that still have asbestos and how can we be able to dispose, because its disposition should also follow certain environmental NEMA guidelines, because if you just, many people outside there might not be understanding the danger in which they are facing, so that once they are removed from a certain building, you might find that people are taking those asbestos and trying to set up even some houses or build even houses for chicken or anything. And in that process, they expose themselves. You'll also find that when they are removing from, when you remove those materials, you are supposed actually to dig a hole and bury them. And there must be a depth to which those asbestos must be buried to make it environmentally safe for everybody. So as the committee looks into it, I think it's important that they widen their net so that it involves all these areas that we have asbestos, and even if it is possible, let's have a guideline on how we can be able to get rid of this asbestos within our environment. Because maybe, hypothetically, many of the diseases, many of the cancers we complain now might be associated with the exposure to this asbestos. Even brake pads of vehicles, the material is asbestos. So we need to be, even our mechanics, whenever they are working and they are using those brake pads, they need to understand that they should not inhale or swallow some of those materials that are coming from those brake pads. So it's a wide net that we must be able to look at it and look at the safety of our Kenyan population and what guidelines they should be able to come up. We are looking forward to seeing that report from the petition committee in this house. And for some of us who are in the health committee, we are ready to be able to give a hand and see how best we can be able to prosecute this very important matter. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity, and I want to thank the honourable member, my friend Sani. This issue of asbestos, Mr. Speaker,